In a world that moves faster every day, where careers change quickly, where loyalty feels rare, and where retirement is often seen as the final chapter, there is a woman in Japan who quietly rewrote that narrative. Her name is Yasuko Tamaki, and her story is not just about work, it is about devotion, it is about purpose, it is about showing up every single day for 65 years. Chapter 1, The Beginning, 1956. Let us travel back to the year 1956. Japan was rebuilding itself after World War II. The economy was still recovering. Opportunities were limited, especially for women. In that era, a young woman named Yasuko Tamaki began working at a company called Sunco Industries. She was young, focused, determined. There were no computers, no digital accounting software, no email. Everything was done by hand. Ledger books, paper files, typewriters. And she began her journey in office management and accounting, a position that would shape her life. But no one, not even Yasuko herself, could have imagined how long that journey would last. Chapter 2, Building a Life Through Work. As the decades passed, Japan transformed. Technology evolved, industries modernized, offices shifted from paper to screens. But one thing remained constant. Yasuko Tamaki showed up. Through economic booms and recessions, through social changes and generational shifts, through personal challenges and aging, she remained committed. Her work was not flashy, it was not dramatic, it was disciplined. She handled accounting, she managed office operations, she supported colleagues, she maintained records with precision. And slowly she became something more than an employee. She became the backbone of the office.
Chapter 3, A Living History of a Company. Imagine working at the same company long enough to see multiple generations of employees. Imagine training people who were not even born when you started. That became Yasuko's reality. Young employees joined the company and found in her a mentor, a guide, a source of wisdom. She had seen it all, the mistakes to avoid, the standards to uphold, the discipline required for long-term success. Her knowledge was not just professional, it was cultural. She carried the company's history within her memory. In many ways, she became its living archive. Chapter 4, Recognition by the World. After 65 years of continuous service, something extraordinary happened. Her dedication was officially recognized by Guinness World Records. She was acknowledged for one of the longest careers at a single company. But what makes this recognition powerful is not just the number 65, it is the consistency behind it. 65 years means more than 6 decades of mornings, more than 6 decades of responsibility, more than 6 decades of choosing commitment over comfort. And even in her 90s, she remains active, still helping with accounting, still guiding staff, still contributing. Chapter 5, The Philosophy of Purpose. When asked about her long career, Yasuko did not speak about fame. She did not speak about awards. She spoke about responsibility. She believed in showing up, doing your job well, supporting your team, and contributing to something bigger than yourself. In Japanese culture, there is a concept called ikigai, a reason for being. For Yasuko Tamaki, her work was not just employment, it was purpose. It gave her structure, it gave her community, it gave her meaning. And perhaps that is the true secret behind her longevity. Chapter 6, Lessons from a 65-year career. Her story teaches us something rare in modern times. In a world obsessed with speed, she represents patience. In a world focused on instant results, she represents steady growth. In a world that often asks, "What's next?" she showed the power of staying. She reminds us that success is not always about changing paths. Sometimes success is about honoring the path you chose. She proves that age is not a limitation. Even in her 90s, she remains engaged, alert, and involved, because purpose keeps the spirit young. Chapter 7. The Power of Consistency. Let's reflect for a moment. Anyone can work hard for a year. Some can work hard for a decade, but 6.5 decades? That requires discipline beyond motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Consistency stays. Yasuko Tamaki did not rely on bursts of excitement. She relied on routine, responsibility, commitment, and those small daily actions repeated thousands of times built a legacy. Chapter 8. Beyond Records, a Human Inspiration. While the world sees a record holder, her colleagues see something deeper. They see humility. They see quiet leadership. They see resilience. She did not chase headlines. She did not seek spotlight. She simply did her work, faithfully. And sometimes the most powerful inspiration comes not from dramatic achievements, but from quiet endurance. Chapter 9. A Message to the Younger Generation. What can young professionals learn from her? That loyalty still matters, that discipline still matters, that long-term dedication creates impact. We live in a time of rapid job changes and short attention spans. Her story reminds us that growth can also come from depth, from mastering one environment, from contributing long-term, from building trust over years. She proves that greatness is not always loud. Sometimes it is steady. Chapter 10. The Legacy of a Lifetime. Yasuko Tamaki's story is not about breaking a world record. It is about honoring a promise to her company, a promise to her work, a promise to herself. And even now, in her 90s, she continues to walk into the office, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Because work, for her, is not just labor, it is identity, it is dignity, it is life. In a world that constantly changes, she remained steady. In a world that moves quickly, she moved with patience. In a world that forgets history, she became history. Yasuko Tamaki, a symbol of dedication, a reminder of discipline, a living lesson in purpose. And perhaps her greatest achievement is not the 65 years, but the example she leaves behind. Show up, stay committed, keep contributing, because sometimes the quietest lives echo the loudest inspiration.